So Ryan Garcia stops Luke Campbell within 7 rounds with a killer left hook to the body. Now, if you didn't know and didn't watch the fight, one of the impressive things from Ryan Garcia was the fact that he was able to climb up off the canvas. Garcia was dropped in round 2, and it seemed I don't think that Garcia was hurt. You can see that he wasn't hurt, but he was more buzzed. It was a well-timed shot from Luke Campbell, but when you're 22 years old and the whole world's blowing this smoke up your backside, and you return to the ring and you get dropped in round 2, it can either go two ways. You can either fight it and stay composed under pressure, which Garcia did, or it can all come crumbling. And these are tests, by the way. It's no big shock. There might be people out there that see this and even still try and call Garcia a hype job, but we've seen greats like Andre Ward go in the ring and be dropped by journeymen early in their careers. As the old saying goes, you go swimming, you get wet. You go in boxing, you get hit and you get hurt and you might get dropped. It's what happens afterwards. And Garcia's response to it was superb. And after getting dropped, Garcia pretty much controlled the fight. The commentators were, I think, trying to criticize him, talking about him being flat-footed, but that's his style. He's like a classic professional boxer. He keeps his legs flat on the floor and he tries to hurt you. You could see from round 1 to the very end of that fight, he just wanted to hurt Campbell, as opposed to Campbell, who has more of the amateur pedigree and amateur experience. Garcia was there and he really wanted. You could see the kid is more than just a social media influencer. And off the back of that, that's all I'll say. There's a lot of people that wanted and believed Campbell would win today because they didn't like Ryan Garcia. It's more personal dislike to Ryan Garcia, which clouds their objective viewpoints. It's very important in boxing. Just because you don't like someone, you can't discredit them. Garcia is a very experienced amateur boxer himself, not the same sort of pedigree as Campbell. Very young, very sharp, and he's shown in there tonight that at just the age of 22, he has a real future in the sport. And I mean, this fight with Devin Haney, I think as it builds, it looks like it's going to be one of the big super fights that we get within boxing that we're missing out on because of rival promoters, rival broadcasters. Garcia Haney is, I think, what we need.